Hi and welcome to my channel. I'm Tammy Ozturk, the designer of badbobbin.com. Today I'm going to show you how to remove the anchors from your colors, how to change colors in your design on the machine, and how to swap color spool positions on your multi-needle embroidery machine. If there's any other content that you would like to see on this channel, please put them down in the comments below. Let's get started. Okay, so here we're at our main screen that comes up on our 10 needle. And down here at the bottom we have three little icons. So this first one here with the little pages with check marks, this is settings. You're going to go into settings, and this is where you'll find a lot of things that you can use that are very useful and can find to do on your machine. So we're going to go to page 3, and that's where you're finding all your colors. Now, you may have these little anchors, and that's what we're going to do, is try to get rid of these anchors. I'm going to show you how. The anchors are there so that when you do need to do color changing and you have prominent colors on your machine that you keep all the time, you can anchor them and they will never be transferred to a different color that's in your pattern. It'll always stay white or black or whatever. I do this. I don't anchor them though, but I do have 4 to 5 prominent colors that do stay on my machine, which is like black, red, white. I never remove those. They're always on my machine. They're always used probably in every pattern we do. So those always stay on my machine. So one of the ways to keep them and not have them change colors when a new pattern comes in is to put an anchor. But a lot of people want to get rid of the anchors, and I'm going to show you how. So we're going to click on the number that we need, so you can go to any one. So we'll go to number 1, you're going to hit reset, and it gets rid of that anchor. Same thing, we're going to go to number 2, hit reset, gets rid of the anchor. So we're going to go ahead and get rid of all the anchors, because I don't want them. And then now I can go in and change colors. So if I do want to keep this, like say 10 is white, we're going to click on it and hit set, and that will put the anchor back on. So that's one way of doing it, or sorry, that is the way of doing it. So here on this bar you see where it says 64 colors, 300 colors, or custom thread. I always have it on the 64 colors. There are so many colors out there, and usually I just kind of do the generic that I know I'm going to use white. If I do an off-white, then I'll choose the off-white color, which is something down, you know, in the yellow areas or in the beige. So what color is on your machine really is not determining what color you have to use or going to use. It can say blue, but you can put a purple spool up there. As long as you know that when you want to stitch that purple, it's going to be whatever number it is, and that's where you're going to stitch to. So the best thing to do is keep it at 64. So I'm going to go ahead and change my colors now. So on my 10 on my machine, it's actually black. So I'm going to click on that, and we're going to go to the black, and I'm going to hit reset. Sorry, I'm going to hit set. It changes it to black and puts an anchor. But I want to get rid of the anchor, so I just hit reset, but it stays black. So my number 9 is silver, and my 8 is red, so it is red. And I've chosen it to do the names. You can do numbers of your spool color, you can do the name, you can change it. That'll be in a different video. I'll go ahead and show you how to do that when we go to the next chapter of changing the color chart. So this one is how we reset our numbers. So my number 1 happens to be purple. I'm going to come down here and choose one of the purples. Whoops, so I'm going to go to number 1 first, and I'm going to hit the purple, and it set it, and it put an anchor, but I want to get rid of the anchor. My number 2 is green, yellow, pink, and blue. So number 6 happens to be a brown. So I'm going to go to 6, and I'm going to hit a brown, which is the light brown, or we can choose reddish brown, clay brown. So I'm going to use the reddish brown. It's normally what I always choose. And I'm going to hit set. It puts an anchor and makes it brown, but I'm going to hit reset to get rid of that anchor. Very simple. That's how we get rid of our anchors or put anchors, and how we can change our colors internally. Okay, now we're going to do how we change our color chart. Same thing, we're going to go into the 3 bars down at the bottom, which is going to be settings, the little page with check marks. And on page 1, in the second box here, you can see it's a little box. So in the second box, this is where we change our color chart. So we have name of color, time, I'm not sure, and number. So once you change this to number, then we go down to the second section here, and this is where we can change the type of thread that you may use, whichever brand, or you can do a generic Meridian, Rayon, the Sulky, Robinson made. I keep it on embroidery, which is a basic 64 color. I think that is by Madeira. Not sure, but I normally go by color name. I don't use the color chart with numbers, but you can. So if you want to do the numbers, you leave it on number, and we're going to do, I put under embroidery. Let's do under Meridian, or I'm sorry, Meridian, Madeira Rayon, and I'm going to show you in our color chart where we just were, it shows that that's what spool, and there's the number of that color. So if you go by the number of that's on your spool for the number of the color, this is how you can do it. We'll go back to page 1. I don't like to go by the numbers. I'm going to go by the names. So name of color and that. We're going to go to page 3 again, and it just shows me the color. It's in violet, leaf green, the harvest gold. That's if you do it by name. I can go in and go back to my color. I'm going to change it to my embroidery, which is what I normally keep it on. I normally just go by name, but this is how you would change it. Go back to the name of the color. It does the same thing. It's just going to keep a name, not give you a number, and not give you a specific thread brand. So this is the way you would change it. In the second box on page 1, PES thread code is on. That is what I use. That's what the machine is, so it's our basic and generic. So this is how you would change it. Page 1 in the second box, and how you would change your thread chart in your machine. Okay, we have a machine at the main page, and I'm going to go to internally to show you how we do a color change. Say I already have threads up on the machine that I've been using, and I want to do a flower, say. There we go. Here's one with some basic colors, and I'll show you how to change these colors. So say I already on my machine have certain colors that I want to use, and they're already on certain spools. So we're going to set this, and we're now in our editing page. So we're going to go over to the little color box, and this is how we're going to edit our colors. This is how you can edit the colors in the pattern of what you want to have. So say it's in deep green, but we do have a green up on the machine, but it happens to be a lighter green, just so that you can also get to what it looks like. You can leave it at that, knowing what spool number you have green, or I'm going to change that color to a light green, knowing that light green is up on my machine, and I want to kind of see what it might look like. So I go to that number 1 position, which is the one on top, and there's 9 different color changes. It's not 9 different colors, there just happens to be 9 stitch steps. So on the first one, it's going to be the light green, and I changed it to that. Then I'm going to advance the color spool, and this is number 2, stitch number 2, not number 2 on your spools. So stitch number 2, and it's auburn red, but I want to do, say, a purple. I'm going to do it in violet, that color here for this flower, and I don't have to set anything. It's there. I'm just going to go to the next color. That happens to be in a rose pink. I want a light pink. So I changed it to light pink, advance to the next color. That's in a vermilion, which is a reddish orange, but I want a bright red. So I'm going to change it to red, advance to the next color. There's a little teal green in there, and that would be this little stem here. I want to keep it the same color as the other greens, so I don't need to add another green or another spool. So we'll just go back to the leaf green. So now they're all going to be the same color. It is going to do that step. In the machine, you cannot change where that step is. So it's going to do the green for the leaves in the first step. Then in the 5th step, which is right here, it's going to do that green again. But we already have it on our machine, and it knows it's going to go back to that position where that spool is. So we're going to advance. This is the yellow. I like the Harvest Gold yellow. Tangerine will be the center. That'll be an orange. We'll do orange. And deep gold, which is a little accent here if you want to do the accent, or we can put the accent back in that yellow or in that orange color if you don't want to do a brown, don't want to change it out, but we can leave it. I'm going to change it to the same orange we had, which was the tangerine, if I'm not mistaken. So, and if you're not sure, you can always go back, and it was tangerine. Go forward again. And then our last step will be the outline of the flowers, which is in black. I make sure I hit the black. So all colors are set. We're all done. I'm going to hit close. Do not hit reset. It'll go back to its original colors. So say before I stitch that black step, I'm going to back up here on this one here. So before I do, say I want to make sure everything's set and everything looks good. Before I do that, and I want it to stop and not automatically go to it, that's what the little hand is for. So I'm going to put that little hand there, and before it does the black, it's going to stop for me so I can check everything, and then I can push that button and let it go and continue into black. If you don't want it and you want it to go completely, then we don't have the hand there. So that's what the little hand does, is it stops before it does that color, not after. All right, and we'll close it and say we're good. Now we're done editing for the color. We don't need to move it. It's in a full the largest hoop, so we're good. We'll just hit end edit, and we don't need to position it or move it or rotate it or anything. So we will now go to sew. So when that happens, it's telling me down here that change thread or click start button. So we do need to change the threads. Say that that orange is not on 5, I need to add it to 5, or maybe that orange is in a different position. So I'm going to close this, even though it just happened to go that way, but I'm going to show you how to move it just in case. So let's say that number 1 has my orange spool and number 5 has my purple spool. So I'm going to go, before we start sewing or anything, to these 2 little spools down here. I'm going to click on that, and what I want to do is I'm going to hit the violet and the tangerine, and it tells me with this little line here that I'm going to swap out those spools. So now number 1 spool is my orange and number 5 spool is my purple. Perfect. That's how it's going to sew. That's where it needs to be. So don't hit clear. If you hit clear, all these colors are going to disappear and you have to go back into your machine and reset it. We're going to hit close. So now it's telling me that spool 1 is our orange, green, everything's lining up right. And then on this side, it's telling me my first thing's going to be the leaves in the leaf green. Then it's going to do my flower in violet, pink, red, and so on. And it's going to go back to the leaf green because we chose to do the same color green instead of using that other darker green. So it's very simple, very easy. If you want to change it back, you go back into those 2 spools with a swapping arrow, and we're going to hit tangerine up on top, and we're going to hit our number 5 violet, and we're going to swap those 2 back by hitting the swapping spools. And now the number 1 position up on our spool thread bar is 1 is violet and my 5 is orange. So it's very easy. We can also swap here from this side to that side. Once you have those little arrows and you hit the swap, those 2 will swap. If you don't hit swap and close, they will not change. That silver stayed there and that pink stayed there. So until you actually swap the 2 little spools, the colors are not going to change and swap. And there we go. That's how you would change your spools on your chart and how to change colors of the design that you want. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like. If you would like to see more videos like this, please subscribe and don't forget to hit the bell icon. Meet you at the cutting table.